Okay, boys and girls, today we're going to do a review of what we did yesterday. Can anybody tell me what we did for reading yesterday? Yes, we read The True Story of the Three Little Pigs while we were all on the carpet. We went over it and talked about it. And the day before that, can anybody tell me what we did for reading that day? Yeah, we read The Three Little Pigs. So there are two different parts, right? Or sides to the story of the Three Little Pigs. Okay, so now today we're going to do it again. We're going to read them again because we really need to know what's going on in each of these stories and the differences between the stories, okay? So I have already grouped you guys, okay? And you and your partner are going to get a packet of papers, okay? The first page of the packet are questions, okay, about the stories. So just to go over these a little bit, the first two questions are over the Three Little Pigs, the first story of the Three Little Pigs. The second two questions are over the true story of the Three Little Pigs, okay? And then the third part of it, 5 and 6, questions 5 and 6 are over both of the stories. And in those, you're kind of comparing and contrasting or seeing the difference in the two stories, okay, when we look at them together. So that's what the first page is. Now, you will, when you get your packet, you and your partner you'll each get one. So you'll each answer the questions, okay, on your own. So everybody's going to need a pencil. You can tear this off, okay? And when you're finished, you'll turn this into me, okay? Then the rest of the packet, because it was in our storybook, and I really don't want you guys carrying your storybooks around so that somebody gets lost or a page gets ripped or something like that. I printed off the Three Little Pigs and the true story of the Three Little Pigs, okay? So you'll have that, and it's in this packet. What you're going to do is when we partner read, you are going to read every other paragraph, okay? Now, I know in the Three Little Pigs, it's kind of printed funny, but as you can see, even if it's just one sentence, and then there's a big gap, that's when you and your partner are going to switch, okay? So you read until you hit a big gap, then it's your partner's turn, okay? If you have questions about that, I'll come to your groups individually and I'll show you what I mean, okay? But every other paragraph, not sentence, even if it is just one sentence, it's every other paragraph, okay? So the big gaps make a difference here. And the same thing goes for the true story of the Three Little Pigs from the wolf's perspective, okay? So that's what the packets are. And then we have our questions, okay? So I need everybody to sit quietly. I'm going to tell you who your partner is, and then I'm going to tell you who gets to read first and who gets to be second and all that good stuff. So the first pair A, is going to be Brian and Tracy. B, Jason and Opie. C, Amy and Joanne. D, Joe and Naisha. Okay. E, Adam and Jennifer. Then we have pair F is Chris and Jamie. Pair G is Brad and Melissa. H, Chuck and Tammy. I, Dennis and Beth. And pair J, Eric and Gail. Okay. So now everybody needs to listen very closely, okay, to what I'm going to tell you because this is important information. We have our coaches and our players. Okay? When you are not reading, you are the coach. And I will tell you what that means, okay? That means that when your partner's reading and you're the coach, if they're struggling with the word, you coach them on how to pronounce that word, okay? If you have trouble pronouncing that word and your partner's having difficulties with that same word, then you raise your hand and I will come over and help you, okay? But I want you and your partner to try your best to pronounce it, okay? That's the big thing. That's the big thing. That's why we do partner reading, so that we can help each other solve problems that we have in our reading, okay? And you're going to take turns. So when you are reading, your partner is going to try and help you if you have trouble with a word, okay? So nobody gets left out. Nobody's always the player and nobody's always the coach. Everybody gets to take a turn, remember? Okay, good. Yeah, what's up? Yep, I'll tell you who gets to be first and who is going second. Yep, I'll do that right now. Let me find my papers here. I like the way you guys are sitting on the carpet. Thank you very much. Okay. So, the first coach for pair A, Brian and Tracy, is going to be Tracy. So that means, Brian, you're reading first. Tracy, you're the coach first, okay? Then after the first paragraph, you switch. Second paragraph, you switch. Third, and so on, okay? So the coach in pair B is Opie. Pair C is Joanne. Pair D is Naisha. Pair E is Jennifer. F, Jamie, you're the coach first. G, Melissa. Pair H, Tammy. Pair I, Beth. And pair J, Gail. Okay? Now, when we read this together, I noticed that some of you were kind of struggling following along and staying on track. Make sure that when you're in your partner groups, you do that, because it's just you two. We don't have a whole class, and Mr. Osher is not going to be by your side the whole time. So you really need to try your best to stay with your partner, okay? So just because your partner's helping you be a coach doesn't mean that you can look around the room and not pay attention to what's going on, okay? You still have to try to stay on task, okay? I'll be around for questions and stuff like that. So now that you have your partners, now that you know what your tasks are, one person from each group come up and get a packet, okay? For some of you, when you're finished with this packet, you may come up and get a 3-2-1 sheet, okay? I have those too, and if you have time and would like to try it, you can. We've gone over our 3-2-1 sheets in the past, so you know what you're doing. But if you don't and you have a question, come and ask me, and I'll go over it again with you, but only if we have time, because this is going to be kind of a large task, okay? So here's your papers. I'm not going to have you come up. I'm just going to hand them out. Take one and then pass it back to the next group, okay? Once you have your paper, get it from the carpet, go find a place in the room that you would like to do your work, and then you may get started, okay? Let's get going. We have a lot of time for this, yeah. So don't rush through it. Don't just slop down answers on your paper. Make sure that you think about every question, okay, before you answer it. Yeah, good question. We have some time today. I made that on purpose. So, okay. Yep. No, don't answer the questions yet. You make sure you read it with your partner first. Yeah, that's something I forgot to tell you guys. Don't start answering questions yet. You need to make sure that you read the 2 stories first, okay? I don't care which one you read first, but you have to make sure that you do read the stories before you begin, okay? Okay, go ahead. Oh, I like your tone of voice. Very good. I like the way you changed that and made it come to life by changing how you sound. Yes, good. Mhm. Great job helping her pronounce that word. Good job. Yeah, that's a tough one. Okay, it seems like everybody has their questions pretty much done. So we're going to wrap up today. Great working. I loved the way some of you were reading the passages. You really got into it and made yourself sound like you could be the wolf, or sound like you could be the three pigs. Oh, I'll huff and I'll puff and I'll blow your house down. Yes, that was great. So hands to you guys. Good job. Okay, have a seat on the carpet. Let's move on so that we can get to our next subject, okay? A lot of your questions I'm going to have to grade later. I don't have time to do it right now because we're moving on, but that's okay because we're going to talk about this again tomorrow, because tomorrow, because of these worksheets, we're going to do a Venn diagram, and they're actually kind of fun. So look forward to that tomorrow. But I do have a couple questions for you, and I am so impressed with the way you worked with your partners today. That was so wonderful. Which version of the story did you guys like the best? Just why? Why? Which ones do you like the best and why? You like the true story of the three little pigs. Me too. It's kind of interesting because when I was growing up, we only had the one. We only had the three little pigs. So to see the difference from when the pigs tell the story to when the wolf tells the story, it's completely different, isn't it? And it's kind of funny. Yeah, good. I like that. Good job. Anybody else want to give me an opinion about which version of the story that you like better? Anybody? No, that's okay. That's all right. And I also would like to know if we had another story that could be split into two, would you guys like to do this again? You would? Yeah, me too, because you know why I think? I'll give you my reason why I think. I think that we should do something like this again because you guys really got into these books. I couldn't tell that you were bored. I couldn't tell that you didn't know what was going on. You all wanted to help your partners. I think that this was a great activity for this class. You guys really did a great job. We didn't have a whole lot of mispronunciations, and if we did, you asked your partner, which was wonderful. I loved this activity when you guys did it. So very good. Okay, we will continue this lesson tomorrow. Everyone did a great job. Let's head back to our seats so that we can move on with our next lesson, okay? Good job, guys.